What's going on, guys? This is Raymond Iron by McKinney. Today, I want to talk about confirmation bias. That we are surrounded by confirmation bias. External world, external stimuli. There's confirmation bias everywhere. And what I mean by that is that we all perceive the world relatively differently. We all perceive the world in a unique way. There's going to be confirmation bias. People are going to say that would have happened anyway. That person's lucky, or man, that person's just has it all, or just like, man, chances are in his favor, probabilities in his favor. Here's the thing, guys. That's an assumption. That in itself is confirmation bias in itself. We're surrounded, where I'm going with this is that how you perceive the world, guys. How you perceive yourself in relation to the world is how the patterns and circumstances and events will be revealed to you in a relative manner. And here's when I talk about the mind and manifesting, I see the mind that behaves kind of like a disco ball effect. You know, a disco ball has various sections on it where it reflects light. And think about this, guys. When you try to divide a mirror, when you're dividing a mirror in sections, you can't divide zero. It's undefined. You're infinitely dividing mirrors. There are infinite mirrors. And when you change one part of the mirror, everything simultaneously is affected. Thus, the holographic principle. The mirror, or hologram is basically, the way I see it, the mind is holographic. And you don't have to agree with me, but I use holograph as a concept that our minds behave holographically. The way we perceive things, everything that appears physical rearranges itself and conforms to our self-image. The way we behave, that we physically behave in the world, mirrors our mind. Mirrors the way we observe our thoughts, the way we direct our thoughts. That's how I see it, guys. That's literally how I see the world that behaves like a matrix-like effect. And when I say matrix, not like this, not this condescending way, not this way of I don't say matrix like some dystopian world or anything like that. I see matrix word. When I say the matrix, it's defined to me as a pattern. There are patterns in the universe. There are no accidents. Everything's a pattern, guys. Numbers are in patterns. Everything is, guys. Things like magnetism, electricity, they're neither created nor destroyed. Assumptions, like Neville Goddard when he talks about law of assumption. You're conforming to those laws you're conforming to the way you look at the world through your assumptions. You're not changing the world. You're just getting a different viewpoint of the world through your assumptions. And people relatively mirror your assumptions. Everything you see outside of yourself, guys, is infinitely divided sections of yourself. The world around you, when you change the way you look at it, it subtly changes. It may not appear that it changes. Some things can be instant, guys, based on your assumptions, depending on your assumptions. So I say I saw another quote. I think I said this quote before, but John Wheeler, a colleague of Albert Einstein, he said something about that time is what prevents everything from happening at once. And time is only perceived through our objective senses. What we perceive as passing time is really everything simultaneously exists here and now. All possibilities exist here and now. Your perfect relationship exists here right now. Your abundance, your financial abundance exists right now. All these things exist right now, guys. It's just conforming to those possibilities through your assumptions, through your subjective assumptions. What you subjectively tell you to yourself, what you tell yourself You're rearranging the structure of the mirror of your mind, the disco ball effect, the light that you are, your observations. When you observe your thoughts, when you direct your thoughts, you're rearranging or modifying the mirror of your mind. And then the mind rearranges itself and gives you the section of that viewpoint of the universe and mirrors back to you. The universe mirrors back to you. You're not manipulating the universe, guys. You're not going against anyone's free will. You're just getting different sections, viewing different individual sections of your infinite self. Light. Your infinite light. Me speaking to you through his camera. When I'm speaking to you, when I'm speaking to you objectively, I'm speaking to myself subjectively, and vice versa. And when you speak to me objectively, say if we're talking person to person, when you talk to me objectively, when I'm responding back to you, it's actually your subjective self speaking to you. Sounds a lot like Inception, doesn't it, guys? But I believe this is more powerful than the movie Inception. This is very powerful information where you can actually create your reality just through your self-talk. And think about, and maybe some people will be like, thoughts don't create reality. Thoughts don't reveal your reality. You have to, people may say something like, well, you got to take action and grind hard and all that stuff. But here's the thing, guys. Every physical action you take, whether it's through grinding or everything, is based on someone's self-image, based on their experience. You do not have to go by anyone else's belief. You can go merely through thought alone. You can conjure up a thought. You can repeat a thought to yourself. Things can manifest out of thin air, guys. Again, people may say something, if they hear a story like that, they'll be like, well, it would have happened anyway, or whatever. How do they know? Like I said, guys, time perceived through our objective senses is what prevents everything from happening at once. A thought transmission, when you have send a prayer to someone, and though it may appear like it takes some time to get to them, your objective senses perceive it that way. It already was sent to them, guys. The prayer is already answered within yourself. When you see it's been answered objectively and being revealed back to you, that's just when your subjective mind reveals to your objective mind that your prayer was answered, or your self-talk was answered. So here's the thing, guys. Here's the simple formula that I'm going to give to you to apply in your life. To not just talk about it, to live it, to live it low profile. Do not talk about it to anyone else. Just live it. Because there's a lot of people that talk about things. They talk about amazing talk about stuff, but they don't live it. Many of them don't live it. Live profile. Do not talk about your successes unless if people resonate with you. Talk about it to people that resonate with you. Don't just talk about on social media. Be like, guys, this is how we can do it. If you're not applying it through observing your thoughts, observing your self-talk, because that's the action itself, guys. When you observe your thoughts, when you redirect your thoughts, you're rearranging the mirror of your mind. You're rearranging or modifying the mirror of your mind, the light that's reflect on the mind, and the light reflects sections of individual experiences in your physical world, your objective world. And what appears as physical in the objective world, guys, is light and sound, is modified light and sound relative to your observed self-talk. You are the observer. You are the light. You are the infinite light, expressing and observing itself in various forms, shapes, and sizes of itself. So I hope this video helps, guys. And I bless you all, and happy manifesting. Apply it, guys. Apply self-talk. Apply it. Live by it.